big show, as always, on a Monday. We have to start the show talking about Zack Wheeler, who, I believe is the best athlete in Philadelphia. First of all, he was incredible. One batter away from a perfect game. Of all people, Austin Hayes hitting a friggin' home run. Yep. But just an amazing effort. He was amazing all of June. His ERA was like 0.5 in June, and then starts off July the exact same way. Look, I am laying the gauntlet down here, and I'm going to allow everybody who is on the WIP staff, everyone who is listening, who had Zack Wheeler behind Jalen Hurts on your friggin' top 11 list, you have a mulligan. I'm giving you the chance at a mulligan. I'm giving John Ritchie, who had Zack Wheeler, by the way, at number 9 on his top 11 list. Number 9, that's John tough. Ritchie had. That's tough. Hugh Douglas had Zack Wheeler number 9. James Seltzer, who did a podcast yesterday with Jack, talking about how lucky we are to have Zack Wheeler in our town, had him number 6, and said that Jalen Hurts is better at being a quarterback than Zack Wheeler is at being a starting pitcher. Devin Caney had him at number 10.
Cowboy Caney.
Number 10 behind Cooper DeJean and Michkov. Elliott had him at number 8 behind Quinyon Mitchell. Rhea had him at number 6, also behind Jalen Hurts. Jolly had him at number 4. Stop it. At least the fans of WIP know where he's supposed to be. It's the staff. Maybe everybody on the internet's right that nobody here knows what they're talking about. Because Zack Wheeler, at worst, is number 3. You can make an argument for Saquon. Maybe you make an argument for Lane Johnson. But those are the only 2 guys in the city who are as consistently awesome as Zack Wheeler. So here's your chance for a mulligan. Did you have him behind Jalen? You didn't have him behind Jalen,
I did not.
Okay, all right,
let me just let you know.
Yeah, all right.
Quiet in there. You pipe down in there.
It's just everyone say you're sorry.
I just want you to know.
Yes.
After that little diatribe you just went on.
Yes,
right there.
sir.
Yeah,
yes.
I wish I had Hurts in front of Zack Wheeler.
But you have some sense.
Yes.
You have some sense. That guy, first of all, just without comparing him to anybody, he is outrageous.
I mean, awesome.
I mean, just so good. And I think you were right. When we were talking about Zack last week, and I was saying how somehow he feels underrated in some way, it is that he is missing whatever that moment is. That Roy Halladay had a couple of them. Yep. He had a playoff no-hitter. Yep. And by the way, they didn't even win the World Series that year, but he had a playoff no-hitter. Yep. And I just want Zack Wheeler to have something, whether it's a regular season no-hitter or a playoff win that we never forget. Just give me a moment so his star can be lifted in a way that it deserves it. You know what I mean? Because what it comes down to, we were talking to Pat Gallen from CBS 3 earlier, and he asked me the same question. And it's not, it's that he doesn't say anything, but we've had plenty of huge stars in Philadelphia that don't say anything. Jalen doesn't say anything. Chase Utley never said anything.
Well, Jalen is measured.
He's measured. Yes.
Measured, yes.
He's I really don't think it's that. I think it's what you said, and we don't have that one moment. And he's just so good. I want him to be remembered in a way, or to be not even remembered, thought of in a way while he's here.
In that way,
Be appreciated in how good he is.
Yeah. And every time he goes out there, we're reminded of it. I mean, seriously, you watch him. Hell, not just yesterday, but for the last month and a half. I mean, this is what he's been doing seemingly every time he takes the mound. So to have a pitcher like this and of this caliber, I think sometimes we can take it for granted. I can be guilty of that as well. Sometimes you take it for granted. Zack also isn't this dynamic personality where he's going to grab headlines when he says something. Right, he's not demonstrative when he's out there on the field.
Right,
he's cool, he's calm, he's collective. I mean, the one little emotional burst he showed us against New York, we jumped on that like, yeah, there he is.
Yes, he likes this. He likes this.
Yeah, that's how happy we were.
Well, I even thought yesterday when
I can't believe I made that noise.
Yeah. Dude, I want to cut that video of you looking at the camera and panting like a dog. Like that. That could be you.
I had to stop myself. Like, hold on, did I just do that?
We are on YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I even thought yesterday when they were asking him after the game about the chants in the ninth inning, and he was like, "That's what's great about playing in Philadelphia." Even a part of me was Philly guys like, "Yeah, he likes us. He likes it here." You know, we're just like looking for those little Easter eggs of the fact that he's enjoying what he's doing, because man, he is. And by the last thing on him is like, and this is what I loved about Halladay, is that there's some pitchers. Ranger is one of them. Ranger's stuff isn't like impressive. Ranger is crafty and good and all of those things. But when you have a guy like Zack Wheeler, who not only is a great pitcher, but he's throwing 97 miles an hour and throwing breaking balls that guys can't even touch, he's just like, he is the whole package. Zack Wheeler is.
I completely agree. But it's when describing him and when talking about him, it's ironic that you'll get to your question in a minute here, about what we want to talk about, but it's very much like our quarterback.
The way he carries himself.
He doesn't say a whole lot, right? And when he gives us a little something, we love it, right? It's like, oh, man, he does enjoy playing here. He is having fun playing football. And so he gives you a little something there. That's a lot like Zach. Man, I mean, you know, I don't know how one could be in front of the other.
I can. Well, you know what I want to ask James? You know what I want to ask James Seltzer? What I want to ask, and John Ritchie to a lesser extent, and Elliot, and Rhea, and all of these clowns that I work with here at WIP, I say that with love, is like, James, how many times after a game during last year's Eagles season did you do a Go Birds podcast about how lucky you are that Jalen Hurts plays in Philadelphia? Like, I understand that you like him and he is a good player, but what was the last time? Like, we have just had 6 straight weeks of after you watch this guy, you're like, I can't even believe he's on the Phillies. How many times? Like, I understand that the quarterback is the most important position, and blah, 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 all those things.
You can't minimize that.
And it is
also probably after the Super Bowl, he had one that said, thank God for Jalen Hurts. Right?
Yes, after the Super Bowl, but like the season's 5 months long. Do you see what I'm saying? Like I just come on. Like, let's grow up for 5 seconds and be honest with ourselves. They won the Super Bowl. It's great. It's awesome.
This is going to break you.
What? Zack Wheeler is so good. It's just like he's so good. He's so good.
But it's also easier for him to be successful at his job.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it is.
He can't hand the ball off. He's got to throw the pitch every time.
Yeah, that's oversimplifying what Hurts does. It's just hand the ball off.
Well, I'm just... It's easier in what way? There's less eyes on him?
Yep. There's less eyes. There's less eyes. There's less pressure.
Okay, sure.
The fact that there are 3 other guys, especially, is much easier on him in this rotation because you got 3 other pitchers that could make an argument to be an ace in another rotation.
Sure. You also got one of the worst defenses in baseball behind you. Like, you got an offense that, by the way, yesterday had 1 run until the 8th inning. Like, every time he goes out there, it feels like a nail biter that he's actually going to win the game because they're not scoring. Like, I admit, I can see.
Yeah, but when you have more games, you have more opportunities.
For sure. Yep.
Jalen doesn't have as many opportunities playing the position that he plays, which is why his play is more critical. We don't react to Zack Wheeler's pitching the way we react to Jalen's quarterbacking. Or anybody else that's quarterbacked in this city.
Zach can have a bad game and we can brush it off. He can have 3 straight games. And
Exactly.
Sure.
So that plays into how difficult it is to do your job.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Sure, I agree. We do have a next question today, in that I was thinking yesterday, over the weekend, July 4th weekend, there's fireworks everywhere, and I saw them being sold everywhere. When I was a kid, like, I remember my dad used to go to Florida to get fireworks. Because you couldn't buy fireworks in Pennsylvania. I don't think you could buy them in Jersey.
But can't really go all the way to Florida
to
get fireworks.
He did. Because what he
told you.
There's no way.
No,
he went to Florida and smuggled fireworks back.
He did. And here's why. Because what he would do, he would go down there for spring training, drive back up, and when he drove back up, that's when he would get the fireworks.
Trunk full of goods?
Yeah, dude, absolutely. He was breaking the law. Contraband. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I'm sure it was a federal crime.
But he doesn't seem like a guy around the neighborhood lighting fireworks.
Oh, he loved
up.
fireworks.
Really?
Oh, yeah, love fireworks. Yeah.
Not even just on the air.
No, set them up. Yes, real fireworks in the front yard. He's amazingly still has both hands. His original hands. Yeah. So
some would say that about me too.
Yeah. You're the fact that you're still.
All intact.
Dude, I'm waiting for it. One of our July 4ths.
It's not going to happen.
You're going to be texting with your nose from the ER.
The JPP, Jason Pierre-Paul text.
Yeah, so for next...
Because you keep saying every time you come in, every year is like, 15 years without an injury.
Yep.
14 years without an injury. 13 years without an injury.
It's always the number one goal, man. Yep. Don't get injured and don't injure anybody else.
So for next question today, it's very simple. What is easier now than it used to be? Like, what is easier? Getting fireworks easier than it used to be. Jack, what's easier?
A lot of big answers. But the one that really jumps out to me is like getting breaking news on trades or like free agent signings. I mean, you used to have to wait for like the updates or whatever, or wait for the 6 o'clock news.
I was gonna say the evening news.
Like I am probably the last generation that still has a little part of that. This next generation has no idea of what it used to be like to get the breaking sports news.
Sure, yeah. To have to wait for it or be surprised by it. Yeah.
Turn on Sportsradio in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, that's still Ike.
He's a 6 and 11.
Yeah. Ike loves the local news.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. It's true, though.
I do love the local news.
You do.
Although it hasn't been much fun the last few days.
No.
A lot of trash.
Yeah.
It stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ike, what's easier now than it used to be?
I'm going to go with a big answer. Take it off the board. It's got to be getting from place to place. GPS.
Oh, yeah. Huge.
I don't even know how we survived without one in the first place.
And dude, it's only been like 15 years. It was. I think Val got me for my birthday once a GPS device. Like before it was your phone.
The one you used to stick on in the lighter in the car. Yeah.
And that was probably about 14 years ago. So it's not like a long time that we've had those things.
Yeah.
And we had MapQuest before that. Yeah. Imagine even before that.
I still call it
MapQuest. Yeah.
I still call it MapQuest.
Dude, mine is taking pictures. I mean,
how about that?
I mean, think of a time where you couldn't see something. We can take a picture of anything, anytime, at any moment.
Dude, the phone comes out. It's the first thing you do.
It's the first thing.
Pull a phone out. Give me a picture.
I mean, it's so crazy that there's a button on the phone that just brings up your camera. Now you don't have to unlock your phone anymore.
Yeah.
So that was.
I agree.
And getting the pictures, you have to get them developed and take it to the photo mat in the parking lot of the Kmart or whatever to get it developed.
Yes.
All right.
Those were we had remember the disposable cameras.
Oh, disposable cameras.
I was a big disposable camera guy.
Were you a Polaroid guy?
That the one that comes out?
Spit it right out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I mean, Ike was a big VCR guy down at the Pro Bowl. He had that big...
It was a DVD when I went.
That's good.
Yes.
That's a good sign.
It was the handy cam, the DVD.
All right, 215-592-9494. Are you ready to I'm going to give you a mulligan on Zack Wheeler, specifically comparing him to one other player here in Philadelphia. And next question today, give us something that is easier now than it used to be.